Wow, I swear I had one glass of wine and this is where we're at apparently. Hello friends, it has been a while since I've updated. I finished The Lightning Thief over a week ago now. Yeah, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was so much fun. I am so glad I read it and that I was pushed to read it because of the Percy Jackson readathon, because it was so nostalgic and I didn't realize it was going to be. And then I ended up picking up Sea of Monsters and I read the first 100 pages or so in a live show that I did with Miranda and Catherine, and that was so much fun. Sea of Monsters I wasn't as excited to pick up because I remembered not liking it as much as The Lightning Thief the first time I read the books, but as soon as I picked it up I started having so much fun. I thought the writing was in its groove immediately, whereas in the first book I felt like it took a bit of time for me to kind of get into the writing style and the world. There was more humor immediately. Percy is my sarcastic king, and I just finished the book this morning. It took me longer than it should have because I was away for 4 days and I didn't have any time to read. When I say that, I mean I maybe read 10 pages one morning while my friends were doing their makeup for the day. So really I read it in about 2.5 days, but that's fine. I just started The Titan's Curse this morning and I'm so excited because I think this is the book I stopped reading on the first time. I don't know that I ever actually finished The Titan's Curse. I think I started it and stopped halfway through. I'm so excited to read, and now I'm going to be entering unknown territory. I love these books. They're so much fun. I also ship Percy and Annabeth so hard. It's been a long time since I've like really shipped characters and have felt annoyed that I know I'm gonna have to wait a while for them to be a couple. I don't know what it is with me in books. I just love romance so much. And when a book doesn't have romance, I notice that element missing. I don't think romance is necessary to plots, especially in these books. There's so much, the friendships are amazing, but I do love romance and I'm kind of missing romance right now. So Percy and Annabeth, let's get it together. I'm also frustrated because I started the book this morning and Annabeth is already gone. What is happening? Annabeth's my favorite and I don't know how I feel about reading a book where they're probably not going to find her until the ending. I hate books when characters go missing and they're my favorite. Like last book, I'm going to be real with you. I was there for some Percy Annabeth bonding time. I didn't miss Grover that much. I love Grover, don't get me wrong, but I didn't feel like the story was lacking because he was gone. Sorry. I know that's going to offend many, but I didn't. Annabeth missing really hurts my feelings, especially since they were just slow dancing and I was like, that is in fact my ship. Even though they are children, it is still my ship. I'm still upset. Also, these are feelings, not facts, but Talia is not straight. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Listen, I know that I was just introduced to Nico and Bianca, and I'm pretty sure Bianca, something happens to her because no one ever talks about Bianca. So like, is Bianca gonna side with Luke? Probably. Never hear anything about Luke either, so I don't even know what's going on. I guess Percy Jackson fandom is pretty good at being quiet. Yeah, I honestly don't even know how the series ends. I know that there's a spin-off series that Percy and Annabeth are in, but I don't know what happens with Grover or Luke or Cronus or anyone. So all I know is that Percy and Annabeth end up together. Like, that's all I know, which is a little stressful, but at least I know that my ship gets together, so we're happy about that. Anyway, I was introduced to Nico. I know that Nico is a character who is in the LGBTQ+ community. At least I'm pretty sure he is. I think people have talked about that before. So we stan, we love. I'm already a fan of Nico's. Bianca, girl, I don't know what's going on with you, but no one ever says your name, so I never hear people really talk about Talia. So I don't know what happened. I think at the end of the day, she's gonna be a homie. Also, I'm so sorry my words are slurring. I talk so quickly. I swear it's not the wine. Maybe. But yes, Talia is not straight. I'm just telling it to you how I see it. Talia is not straight. She's not straight. And I thought maybe she'd serve as like another female character for Annabeth to like get jealous over, and maybe like Talia and Percy would be like flirting and Annabeth would be like, oh my god, I like him, oh my god, I just realized this. But now I'm thinking that's a no. It's not gonna happen because Talia has better things to do than flirt with a boy, which we also stan. We appreciate it. But yeah, Annabeth's gone. I'm not happy with this. So I feel like I am, like, this is one of those books I'm gonna have to push through. Chamber of Secrets is my least favorite book in the Harry Potter series because how dare you take away my favorite female character? Actually, the Harry Potter series does have some solid other female characters. However, when in the first few books you're only giving me one baddie who is female, how dare you take her away from me for an entire book? So that's how I'm feeling about this. At least in this one we have other female baddies. Like we have Talia, who I know is a baddie. I think Bianca's gonna be a baddie. I think Bianca's gonna be like a baddie though, if that makes sense. Like I don't think she is here to help our heroes. I've been talking for too long. This is embarrassing. I am maybe intoxicated. I am of age, so don't even worry about it. I'm Canadian, so I've been of age for quite a while, but even if I was living in the States, I am of age. So we're not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna talk about this ever again. Is this going on the internet? Yes. Maybe I'll get views from it. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. I just want Annabeth and Percy to realize they're in love with each other. Bianca and Nico stayed at the Lotus Hotel. They must have. Bianca's saying they stayed at a hotel and she doesn't remember how long. And she keeps talking about how she doesn't remember things and how so much has changed. Oh my god. That's whack. Also, I'm really upset. I just read a spoiler because I'm unintelligent and I read past the point that said spoilers, and now I know that Bianca and Zoe die, so that's fun. Why do I do this to myself? Why? I just want them to find Annabeth already. I'm a little bit bored, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's still fun, but Annabeth is my favorite and I just want to see Annabeth. Okay. In this past week, have I gone from working one job to 3? Yes. I'm also currently workshopping a musical that I've been writing at a school that's in another province. And also, you know, reading booktube. At least, like, reading booktube. These are things that, like, it's a reprieve from all of the work, but, oh boy. Sorry if I've been MIA. Still love you all. Still love watching your videos. It's a lot right now. Anyway, I'm only here to say one thing. Talia, I firmly believe, still is not straight, but I forgot to mention, from the moment we met Zoe Nightshade, I was like, you two are in love. It's classic enemies to lovers. I don't know if Rick Riordan will ever address it. I'm like almost done the book and he has not. Also, Zoe's still alive. I think she's gonna die. So that's kind of upsetting, but I'm pretty positive that that is what this tension is. Anyone else think that? Because it can't just be me. It can't just be me. Talia and Zoe love each other. Or if they don't love each other, they are at least highly attracted to each other. I will not hear any other theories on it. That is the tea. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Hi, hello, it's hours later. I just got home from work. I did not end up doing any more reading, so I'm about to take a bath and bring my book in the bath with me and have a good time. I forgot to mention my big theory. We don't know what cabin Nico and Bianca, may she rest in peace, are in. But Bianca had this whole thing. Oh, they did question. But Bianca had this whole thing where with those skeletons, her blade like set one on fire, something with fire. Fire, light, sun, Apollo. Why is Apollo so invested in their journey? Aside from like his sister, obviously that's a big one. But Artemis was also invested in taking care of Bianca and Nico. She showed up in their time of need, at the beginning of the book, Apollo is 100% their dad. I'm calling it now. Also, the reason I remembered this theory is because I was just on Instagram and Catherine from Catherine Zofree, check out her channel, it's amazing. She just got a package with the final Trials of Apollo books, and I know Nico has a bigger part in a spin-off series, but I don't know if that is that series or not, but clearly Apollo, like, something happens. Anyway, I don't know if, oh, my arm is tired. Yeah, I don't know if that spin-off series is the one that Nico is a player in. However, this was a theory I was thinking of last night and I forgot to talk about it. So now you know. Sorry for the vocal fry. My theater teachers would kill me if they ever found these videos for many reasons. Okay, on to relaxation and reading, my two favorite R's. Okay, so I finished The Titan's Curse last night and I am now reading The Battle of the Labyrinth, which I'm already enjoying more than the previous book. I think the only reason The Titan's Curse has been my least favorite so far is because there was no Annabeth. Like, just give me Annabeth. And in this book, you know, Annabeth is leading the quest, so I think I'm gonna have a lot more Annabeth. A few things. I know I said I thought Apollo was Bianca and Nico's dad, but I would like to say that before we found out that their dad is Hades, I did change my prediction. When they were on trial with all the gods, and I think it was Athena or someone was like,
ironically enough, Hades is the only one who didn't break his promise to not have more children.
I was like, that is probably false. Hades must be Nico and Bianca's dad. And then it turned out he didn't actually break the truce, so like, sorry Hades. Didn't mean to throw you under the bus there. You actually did keep your promise. However, I did guess that he was their dad. I just did not film it and it was pretty late into the game. So, guessed it before it happened, probably not as soon as I should have. That is what it is. Something about these books. I'm loving them so much. So much. I'm enjoying them a lot more than I thought I was going to because I'm a snob. I'm a snob. It's as simple as that. I didn't think I would love them because they're middle grade and I don't read a lot of middle grade, and that's that. That was just a little snobby of me and I admit it, and I'm loving them and I'm grateful that I'm loving them. However, I'm not really an action person, so the middle of the books is always the quest. And it's so much fun to read, and the writing style, you know, you get through it really quickly, so I am enjoying it, but it's not my favorite part of the books. My favorite part is always the beginning and the ending, when we have the character stuff and they're figuring their stuff out, and then we have the endings where all that stuff is happening with personal relationships and figuring out all the fun stuff. Parents, families, friendships. That's what I'm here for. I'm not as into the quests themselves, even though they are so much fun. It's just not really my thing that I enjoy reading. But I will say, that aside, loving these books. Now give me some Percabeth, because these two clearly like each other. When's it gonna happen? I already know it's gonna be the last book and the payoff is gonna be like a kiss, and that's gonna be that. And I don't know why I love romance in books so much, because in my life, it is so lacking. But we're chill, we're just chilling. Like, I'm not someone who needs romance in my life, but I need it in my books, and I don't know why, but I want, like, I know it's middle grade, I know they're just babies. They're like almost 15, like, just admit you love each other already, please. Other thing, I did not trust Quintus, whatever his name is, at the beginning of this book. At first I was like, oh my gosh, he's like an adult Percy. And after a few pages I was like, you're Sketchtown, we do not trust you. I thought that I was like streets ahead. And then Juniper was like, Percy, don't trust him. And I was like, well, now I do trust him because you're trying to throw me off. But I actually do think that Quintus has their best interests in mind. Like, at first I was like, I do not trust you. And then as soon as they were like, don't trust this man, I was like, I trust this man. Do not try to throw me off. Maybe I shouldn't trust him. Poor Percy just keeps getting betrayed, and I feel bad for him. And I don't want to be a fool either. I don't want to be betrayed either, so it's concerning. Anyway, I have to go get to election training. Democracy, baby. Vote, vote, vote. Woo, okay, yep. I'll be reading more of this tonight. I'm very excited. I'm almost 100 pages in. They're just about to start the quest, and I think Annabeth thinks she's gonna die. That's where I, like, she was stressed about the prophecy. She wanted her friends going. Kyron was like, don't do 4 people, do 3 people. And she's like,
nah, I need them.
So I think she thinks she's gonna be the one to not make it back. Or she thinks it's gonna be Percy, because she was like,
give me a hug. One of us is gonna die.
They're not going to. They can't. Like, I know that they end up together, so I'm not too worried about them. I'm just worried about every other person. Yeah, I don't actually know anything about Grover. I can't see Rick Riordan killing Grover off. Like, that would be traumatic for children, but he did kill Zoe and Bianca, but like, we didn't really know Zoe and Bianca, so all gonna be good. I have a feeling we're gonna meet our homie Rachel again. She's probably gonna be in the Labyrinth with them, having good times, which means almost death, but good times for heroes. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm officially over the halfway point of Battle of the Labyrinth, and I'm loving this book. I think it's definitely my favorite in the series so far. I was just reading it while doing YouTube Live with Jess, Mary Grace, and Em, and I guess I'm an expressive person. Yeah.
Claire, are you okay? No. I didn't expect this book to be emotional.
Percybeth finally kissing. Thank you. I'm glad I didn't have to wait till book 5. Thank you. But now Percy's on this island with Calypso, and I'm sad. Her story is so sad. Like, my heart is breaking for her. And like, obviously Percy has to go back, like Percybeth to the end. But we don't even know this woman. We just met her, and I'm upset. Like, I'm very upset. My heart is breaking for her. She always falls in love with the heroes and they can never stay. And when she's like, Percy, if you could see you the way I do, like, that got me. Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, Tyson does not annoy me anymore. I know I had said that Tyson annoyed me when I was younger. I love Tyson. Tyson has a very special place in my heart. Near the beginning of the book, there's one point where like Grover and Chiron come over and he's like, I'm gonna go wash the ponies. Like, love him. Hilarious. He's a homie. We stan. Love Tyson. Sorry that I ever said I didn't. I annoy myself. Whatever. I'm gonna keep reading because I'm upset for Calypso, but also Percybeth. I can't believe she kissed him. She thought he was gonna die. Nothing like a near-death experience to make people realize they love each other. Well, you know, I cannot believe I finally read Percy Jackson and the Olympians. This has been over 10 years coming, and I did it.